nothing quite like hot dogs over an open fire. Yeah, I got some hot dogs in the groceries that he left this morning, which is good. And I thought at first, well, put them in the oven, have hot dog, and I'm like, wait a minute, we got wood. I got some matches in this cabin. Let's go ahead and make a fire and have some hot dogs over a cookout. Sounds pretty good. And while I was waiting for the fire to roar up and get some embers going, I looked on the tablet and I started doing some research. And I brought the Seadrill down to the store. According to the Blue Book value of my Seadrill, it's worth about 31 grand. We have 61 grand. So I've left a note on the Seadrill saying, you know, Blue Book value is 31,000. If you're going to offer me 31,000, take it. And if so, this is a Seadrill I like to have in exchange for it. Well, exchange for some cash, of course. Yeah, it's going to cost me probably like $78,000 to $81,000 for the Seadrill. I'm taking a deep breath because the Seadrill does require more horsepower than the tractor has, but according to the reviews online, if you're on flat land, it should be okay with less horsepower. So, fingers crossed, because if I purchase the Seadrill and it doesn't work, yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess I could lease a tractor to get the field sown in. Would be a bad farming decision for sure, but you know, I don't know. So I'm just waiting here. It's been a while. It's been I brought the tractor and the Seadrill down to the store, dropped off the Seadrill. I've been back here for a little while. I mean, I got a fire going, so I'm just waiting for a message to pop up on my tablet, seeing that the bank money has changed, or I guess if nothing happens for a few hours, I'll go down and see if there's a note on the old Seadrill saying thanks, but no thanks. So I'm just going to sit around here for a while, enjoy the fire. Hopefully I hear something back soon, because I need to get these fields sown in with some oats. I got to deliver 25,000 liters of oats up to the store, which I assume the owner of the farm wants for his other farm for horses. Seeing that I got about 21,000 liters of canola off those 3 fields there, I should have no problem getting 25,000 liters off all 4 fields that I have. So I'm not too concerned about that, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do oats on all the fields and just deliver them all. He can take the amount of oats that he needs, and the other oats, I guess, can be just sold to the store. And the reason why I'm doing that is because if I'm going to lay down straw, I want to try to make it worth it to maybe lease a loading wagon, or I don't know. I got a couple days to figure that out. And yeah, I know I talked about getting a weeder, but, you know, I don't need a weeder now. And sowing that big field with a 3.6 meter wide Seadrill, wasn't really looking forward to it. I don't really get along with that Seadrill. The new Seadrill, if everything goes well, I can make upgrades to it later on. It'll be a 6 meter wide. I can upgrade it in the future to an 8 meter wide, and also put on bigger containers so it takes on more seed and more fertilizer. But right now, I'm just sitting around waiting for a message or something. But it's kind of relaxing sitting here by the fire, and I don't mind that at all. Oh, this isn't good. I'm running low on toilet paper. Have to order some from the store and hopefully to go pick some up. Close that on up. Well, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I've been to the store. I am back. And kind of broke. The deal went through. The Seadrill is right over there through the bushes. But it costs more than I was hoping for. Yeah, I don't have much money in the bank account. I'm actually down to a whopping, $1,300 now. Luckily, I think that thing has brought in some cash since I've been back from the store. Yeah, because I had to fill up with some seed and fertilizer. Yeah, this is the Rapid A600S. Definitely should help out. It does require probably like 75 more horsepower than what this tractor has. But on flat land, it should do okay according to reviews. I gave it a little bit of a go, and it seemed okay. It seemed fine, but I haven't been to a field yet. I'm ready to plant some oats, though. But I brought it back to the work shed here just to give it a once over. Made sure all the joints were lubricated. The joints that need to be lubricated, fill up some grease. Just checked everything before I took out into the field. Also gave the tractor a once over. I hope this doesn't strain the tractor too much with the extra horsepower. In the future, I can upgrade this to an 8 meter wide. Right now it's a 6 meter, but I can upgrade it to an 8 meter wide. But I probably won't be doing that until we upgrade to a bigger tractor, because that probably will put too much strain on this tractor as it is. Now, it should be able to seed at 11 miles an hour, but I have a feeling the way the circumstances are, it's probably not going to quite hit 11 miles an hour. But, you know, I go from a 3.6 meter wide seed drill to a 6 meter wide, so I'm not quite doubling my size, but good enough. We're going to find out what it's doing here. I hope I have enough fertilizer and seed. I don't know how much this field down here is going to take. Now, the reason why I'm starting with this field here, this field already has a stage of fertilization on it. So if I run out of seed and fertilizer, I'd rather do a field that already has a stage of fertilizer on it. So for the next couple of days, yeah, I'm kind of broke. Well, the farmer's kind of broke anyways. So this will be the first test for the seed drill with this tractor on the new field. Alright, let's power on here and see if this tractor can manage it. Well, it's on and we're moving forward. That's a start. And I hit 11 miles an hour. Yeah, so this, you know, if you go online on the tablet like I did, this requires, I think, 225 horsepower. Now, it could be, because it says I have two options between a 6 and 8 meter wide, it could be that it's showing me the requirements for the 8 meter wide and not the 6 meter wide. So maybe with the 8 meter wide, I would need 220 horsepower, roughly-ish. So with a 6 meter wide, maybe I need, like, we'll say like 180 to 200. And I think this is a 150 favorite tractor. Well, let's see how well I can seed a field with this one. Now this seed drill also, I don't need to cultivate a field beforehand. That's I like that. I had to make sure that was crucial because I sold the cultivator the day before. But already I'm liking the upgrade. Now, yeah, I would have liked to have had a weeder. But really, I think upgrading the seed roll, to me, I was, you know, I'm not, I've said it many times, I wasn't having much luck with that seed roll. Making a bigger improvement here, for sure. And plus it's going to cut down the amount of time that I need to be in a field. And so far, I'm very pleased with how the tractor is pulling this seed drill. I had two choices of color, black and red. Decided to go with the black. Yeah, this is working out just fine. So yeah, for the next couple days, yeah, the only income I'm going to have is from the power turbine that I have going. And that's roughly like $250 an hour. But luckily, I really don't need anything. If I have enough seed and fertilizer to do all 4 fields, then we're fine. Seed is going to be like $900 per bag for 1,000 liters. I'm hoping I have enough fertilizer. Now, this isn't going to take me too long to seed this field, so I'm liking that already. The only thing is, when it does come time to harvest all these oats, I want to get quite a bit amount of money in order to lease a loading wagon and then sell the straw, but only if I can make a profit from doing so. And I think last time I looked, it's going to cost like maybe $7 or $8 grand for like the cheapest loading wagon there is. Maybe I'll have to get, maybe after I get done today, I'll send a message to the store, see if they have some kind of a old one somewhere that I can lease just for a little while. Because with oats, I plan to get plenty of straw. I would like to be able to keep the straw because I hope to have some cows here in the near future. So straw would be crucial for bedding. I'm also thinking maybe not cows first. I am actually thinking maybe pigs are not a bad idea, because pigs will eat just about anything, and I won't need a whole bunch of equipment to feed the pigs like I kind of need for the cows. Cows really prefer Total Mix rations. That's a lot of equipment just to get Total Mix rations up and going. With pigs, I can just feed them, you know, whatever I tend to plant. So that might be, I might get myself a little pen. And of course with pigs, well, pigs do get big enough, you know, ham, bacon, all that good stuff. Sounds good already. Just the only thing is I don't have anything to drink other than the water that we have coming out of the lake. And I've been kind of looking into a little pond that over there. I don't know if it's a lake or a pond. I don't think it's big enough to be a lake. Well, that little pond that we have, I'm not seeing no fish in it whatsoever. So to be able to fish out of it, I don't know. I wonder if I can order fish from the store, live fish, and stock the pond and occasionally fish out of it and let the fish kind of, like, you know, breed or whatever, and they can keep the pond stocked every once in a while, you know, to have fish. That wouldn't be a bad thing. I can probably look into that. And the other thing I need to look into, I'm talking about all these things I need to buy when I have $1,500 in the bank account. But I need something like a drone. I think a drone would be good to have to get an aerial view of the fields that I'm putting down, or just the lay of the land. Because now I since I have free will of the farm, I'm thinking, you know, a drone would be a good idea just to get up, just get an aerial view. I am thinking about expanding the field behind the cabin a little bit. But while I was sitting there at the fire, I had an idea. As for building the cabin, which I think I can do pretty soon, and I might be able to do it, not today, I've got to see these fields first. But after I get done seeding these fields today, maybe tomorrow, there's a slight chance I can do this. There is a good amount of rope and some pulleys in the work shed. I am thinking if I tie ropes around the logs and throw a rope up and around the limb on a live tree, and a darn good limb at that, I could use a tractor to lift up the logs and put the logs in place and start building my log cabin. Now the only downfall is I need a little bit of cash. I mean, yeah, I can put down the walls and everything, but I need some windows and roofing, and that's going to cost me roughly $6,000 to $8,000 for windows and roofing. So I don't have the cash yet. So I mean, I can build a log cabin. Just want to have windows and a roof. And once I do that, apparently we'll get the money, or not the money, but they said that the owners of the farm said they would furnish the inside of our cabin. I like that idea quite a bit. Wow, I'm very very happy the way this tractor is hauling around the seed row. When it said the requirement was 220, but my guess is the 220 is for when I upgrade it to an 8-meter wide. That'd be my guess. Even still, like I thought, you know, I'm thinking that 6-meter wide probably needs about 180 to 190 horsepower. Luckily enough, all the land that I have for the fields is really flat, so I don't have to worry about it too much. But I really know how good of a job I did when it comes time the crops start growing. Did I miss any spots? The other seed row, I was missing spots left and right and center.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we you, everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this
After all
moment.
using the Seadrill for
Can we
one
stay
field,
here?
be it the biggest field that I do have, 0 complaints and regrets upgrading to the Seadrill. Definitely going to cut down my work time by a lot compared to the Seadrill I had before. And not only that, I am very pleased how the tractor is handling the Seadrill. When I do upgrade the Seadrill, it's going to be a while before I do that. I definitely want to save up the money to buy, yeah, here I go again, a weeder first, and then a lot of other things. But a 6-meter wide Seadrill is more than wide enough to take care of the fields that I have at the moment. Like I said, I would like to expand the field behind the cabin. I may actually leave that field empty for now, and I may expand it later on. Let me get off this field here. I'm going to sneak in through here, I think. I probably should fold in my Seadrill. I don't need to be getting stuck on a tree somewhere and tear up my brand new Seadrill that we have here. But we'll go over to the second biggest field. Go through here slowly because you never know where the chickens are. Could be a chicken running around in this high foliage. They seem to be doing rather well. Oh yeah, a front loader as well. I mean, I'm getting some eggs. I know I'm eating some of them myself, but I'm getting enough eggs to where I could earn a little cash from them by selling the eggs, but I don't really have no way to load them on up. Let me go ahead and unfold this, and we'll pop that open here. How are we looking? Well, I do have seed, not much seed, and fertilizer. Whew, yeah, I don't know if I have enough seed, which is fine, because if I don't, that field behind the cabin, I guess I could always expand that tomorrow. I could put that on my to-do list. I mean, I think that one big field that we did right there might be big enough to get our 25,000 liter quota in for the farm. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Oh, that was down. Turn that back on. Yeah, I have plenty of ideas for the farm now going through my head as I was seeding the last field. Yeah, so the field that was originally here when I got here, that wouldn't be a bad place for a shed at some point. I mean, it's not like I'm going to lose a big field at all. So I'm not too concerned about... I got plenty of areas to put more fields. I'd like to have all my sheds in one area. Also in the future, once I get my cabin built, I'll tear down the old cabin and maybe put a shed there as well. Because eventually the harvester is going to have to go back into the shed, because eventually I will have bales, I would think. So if I'm going to have bales, I'm going to need an area to put them. That's what the bale shed's for. And eventually the cow pasture might go over there, but like I said, I might change my mind and go with pigs first. So I need to do just a little bit of going around and kind of planning things out a little bit more of how I wanted this. I got plenty of area to put it on down because I got told, well, all the land here they pretty much own. So, yeah, plenty of area, but I don't want to have to go too far either. The pigs I may put far enough away from the house. I don't want to be hearing the pigs or smelling the pigs. So I may put them a little ways away. I just hope I have enough seed to finish this field here. The other two fields, I don't want to say I'm not concerned about, or I don't want to plant in them. Obviously, the more crop I put in, the more money I can bring into the farm. But also, I don't have a great amount of cash here. I do have enough money to go buy another pallet of seed. But just I'll have to keep that in mind, that in the future, because I was getting kind of used to these 3 fields here. It's like, oh, I don't need that much seed. Now it's like, well, now I got that big field that we're seeding. I need quite a bit amount. Well, the way that it's looking, I may just have enough to finish this field here alone. And then when I get done here, I'll see if I have enough to get that small field done, the original field, I guess. I'm running low on fertilizer and seed, and with the money situation I have here, well, fertilizer would do me no good in the seed drill if I don't have seed. So I have enough cash for at least 1,000, maybe 2,000 liters of seed. Even if I bought this 1 container of seed, I don't have enough for a container of seed and fertilizer. So I guess I could just buy a seed pallet, and then spread fertilizer down with our spreader, because I do have fertilizer in there. So I may end up doing that. Yeah, which yeah, when I looked at the seed drill, I kind of forgot to look to see if the base seed drill that I was looking at, the price-wise, came with fertilizer container on it. It did not. So that's where the extra cash in for the seed drill came in. It should have cost me $79,000 for the seed drill, but I had to spend an extra 10 grand just to put the stupid fertilizer container on here. I mean, I'm not complaining because I need it. It's definitely useful. Just that I was thinking I was going to have, like, you know, $12,000 to $15,000 left in the bank account after I got done purchasing the seed drill, and I was left with 5. Then of course I spent all the money on seed and fertilizer to help fill this thing up. And yes, I did empty out the old seed drill before we sold it. When I brought it down to the store, I emptied it and put it with all the other bags over there. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Do I just want to seed these 2 fields that I have done and leave the other 2 empty at the moment? I mean, I should have enough planted here for oats to meet the 25,000 liter quota that he has. Well, it looks like I'm going to be just shy on fertilizer. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to worry about it too much. I think I'll just leave whatever section's left to only have 1 stage of fertilization when I get down to it. There'll be a tiny section of the field that doesn't have fertilizer in it, so I think I'm okay with it. Nope, I lifted up and hit the wrong buttons. Been running this tractor long enough, you think I know what button's which in here. And looks like my work is done for the day. Yeah, $1,800. I mean, I could go buy more seed and seed the other field. I may wait and do that tomorrow and plant a different crop in there. I can always plant, well, whatever I want to plant. I can only plant the same things I could before with the other seed drill. Now this seed drill is bigger than the other one, so it's going to take up more space in our shed area. But I'm fine with that. Without this seed drill, I wouldn't have gotten as far as I did today, honestly. I'm just going to park it in front of the other trailer, which I haven't really used yet, other than for the logs the other day. But I do plan on using that for loading up with pallets and straw bales. I need to take the railings off when I do so. Oops, I need to lower that down. No, 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 fold it up. Hoses. There we go. That'll be fine there. I don't know, it's bugging me a little bit. So I'm going to have to go fertilize that little section because it'll just bug the living daylights out of me if I don't do so. Alright, well, I got to be back further than that. And hopefully my arms are skinny enough here today to hook everything up. Yeah, I'm trying to sneak in here. Alright. And where's that? Man, I can never... That PTO shaft is so hard to get to. There we go. Yeah, there's like a sweet spot right on top I have to get to. I can always attach the hoses. I can always attach it to the tractor. But that PTO shaft, you have to get just right. It's a small little area to reach my hands down in there. Yeah, I got plenty of fertilizer in here. It's just going to take one quick pass here. And, you know, if I don't do it, I'll just regret it later on. So... there we go. And I might as well leave this on because I probably will need it in the morning. And if I catch the crops just right, I may not have to switch over to narrow tires. When the crop grows a little bit, it's flexible enough, I won't damage it at all. So an interesting day for sure. We had a little tremor in the early morning hours. A little bit of an earthquake. It's kind of interesting. And then a big decision here on the farm is, well, upgrading our seed drill. Definitely has helped out, but just left me short on cash to do these fields here. So probably when I wake up in the morning, have breakfast, fertilize the 2 fields I just seeded because that crop should have grown. And then I think I'll bring the plow out here, the subsoiler, and expand this field a little bit more. How much more? I don't know. But I mean, I won't have much other work to do. I mean, do I want to come up to this tree line? Ooh, that'd be another big field. Now, let me whip up the tablet here because I'm kind of curious. I know I did this before a few days ago. Loading wagon. What else do we got on here? Well, okay, so if we go with the cheapest one, leasing fee is going to be, well, we'll just say $2,500. All right. And right now, straw is going for not much. 43 per 1,000. So 10,000. Well, really? Yeah, it might be feasible with those 2 fields. Have to think about it. There's no way. Yeah, I just thought about, well, look at balers, and balers is not going to help me because I have no way then to pick it on up. How much is it to lease? Well, I could bale them and keep them. I mean, the leasing price is a little bit lower. 49,000. $49,000. Here's some real expensive ones here. Whew. Yeah, something to look at. I mean, there's a nice one right there. Ooh, $7,000 a lease. Well, I got some decisions to make, but not now at the moment. It's 6 o'clock in the evening. Down to $2,000, or should I say now up to $2,000, but definitely the seed drill has helped me out quite a bit. Yep, so in the morning, probably fertilize those 2 fields, get them done. I won't be able to weed them, but that's fine. Hopefully, this will be the last time I have to go without weeding. Maybe another time after that. And then maybe dig out the plow and expand that field as much as I can. While those crops are growing, it'll give me something to do. And then go around, maybe kind of figure out where I would like to put some pigs if I decide to go ahead and do that. But for now, I'm going to go have dinner, and it's not eggs because, well, we had groceries brought to us. So I'll have to dig through the bag and find out, well, what's in there.